women have gone to Iraq and Syria to join ISIS. So what is luring them there? Our next guest says many young women are conned into believing they will be joining an Islamic utopia. Ross Frenett, director of the Against Violent Extremism Network, joins us. Ross, nice to have you join us. And what exactly is the bait that young women, teens, would want to go join ISIS?
Yeah, it's to be honest with you, it's the reason that women go is very similar to the reason that men go. It's a mix of factors such as an understandable outrage at what Assad is doing, adherence to the jihadist ideology, and also this search for sisterhood and belonging. So we see that the things which draw women there can actually be similar to those that draw men, although they're expressed in different ways.
Now, Ross, there's a big difference between a 22-year-old feeling that way and wanting to go over there and a 15-year-old. 15-year-old is a kid. And so what is it? It's online, and what's the attraction?
Yeah, I think that actually might be part of the issue here, is when we're going around describing 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, and sometimes you hear 17-year-olds described as children, that actually might be part of the issue, because what ISIS and other groups are doing is they're saying this is a chance for you to come of age. What they're saying to the young men is, listen, when you come over here and you're a fighter, you're no longer a boy, you're a man. And likewise with young women, the marriage and the adventure that is involved there is a chance for them essentially to kickstart their adulthood. So it's no surprise really that people aged 15 and 16 are going out there. And in fact, as I say, the fact that they're referred to by society generally as children might be a driving factor for them to go.
All right, so these three British girls who traveled to Turkey and now are in Syria, assumed to be with ISIS, what would they expect to find there? What's the reality on the ground there for them?
Yeah, well, what they'll expect to find, unfortunately, is very different from what they will find. The overriding message that's been sent through recruiters and through propaganda is that this is a place where you'll feel belonging. This is a place where we're all brothers and sisters. And actually, the reality, unfortunately...
Yeah, that's what what are they actually going to get? Tell me what's going on there.
Yeah, so the reality of what's going to happen is these girls are going to arrive there. In all probability, they're going to marry quite soon. They're going to end up doing domestic duties. But the problem is this sense of brotherhood and sisterhood that they've talked about just doesn't exist. Our research, the Institute for Strategic Dialogue's research 3 weeks ago, found examples of Western women who were miscarrying, standing in hallways covered in blood, being refused medical treatment. So the biggest lie they've been sold is that there is some sort of camaraderie out there which is going to embrace them, and that's the big problem. They're also entering a war zone, so the idea that they can sit behind the lines is also not necessarily true. And as ISIS loses territory, which we all hope it will, there's potential for these women to end up literally on the front lines.
Well, one of the things that I read is that what's being used as bait are things like rent-free refrigerators, cookers, microwaves, which I got to tell you, at age 15, those are the last things I was looking for. Anyway,
yeah.
Are these actually being used to lure them, and do they get these things when they finally end up there?
These are being mentioned as part of a larger picture. To be honest, the idea that a young woman would get up and go to Syria for the sake of some TVs and some fridges is preposterous. But the day-to-day life that you'll have out there is being discussed by recruiters that are out there. So they talk about the fact that they bake together. They talk about the fact that they get war booty from conquered territories, and that includes fridges and things. But actually, the reality of the situation is outrage, ideology, and belonging are the three things which drive women. Those are very similar things to men.
Ross, thank you.